The Fanfiction Power Hour is a comedy podcast between friends that does not attempt straightforward readings. The links to the fanfictions are in the description if you would prefer an unaltered experience and to support the authors by giving the stories a like.
Oh boy, it's Christmas Day. Can't wait to go downstairs and unwrap all of my presents. Do. Wait a minute. What's this big box doing here? Let's unwrap that.
Bah! You.
What?
I'll kill you.
What are you?
You fucking did that.
Wait!
You son of a bitch.
This is perfect. We can record an episode for Christmas.
Oh, you want me to record an episode?
Yeah, isn't that what you wanted to do, right? That's why you're back.
I'm back to enact vengeance, Wizzy, after I was, murdered.
I was trying to teach you patience. Or something. That's normally what people are doing when they throw someone chained into a lake, right?
No, it isn't. Fuck you.
Well, it's impressive how you Houdini'd out.
I didn't Houdini out. Unless Houdini died while getting trained up. I'm a ghost now. Great. You fucking killed me, you fuck ass.
Oh. Oh. So, can they hear you?
I don't fucking know. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, they're giving the thumbs up.
Great.
All right, here's the deal. I'll give you 3 Scooby snacks if you record a podcast with me.
3 Scooby snacks. And I get to lick that stain off your carpet. Oh, it looks delicious.
Okay. 3 Scooby snacks and licking for 1 minute.
Only one? 1 minute 30.
All right, deal.
Great. Okay. Back to recording mode. Oh, this is much different having been dead.
Oh boy.
Hello, everybody, and happy holidays, too. Welcome back to Jen and Wizzy's Fanfiction Power Hour. I'm your host, your ghost host, if you will, Jen Reaper. Shut up, fuck up. And with me here today, as always, on this fantastic Christmas, is Wizzy Puff. Say hello, Wizzy.
Hey, guys. It's so great to be back.
He's trying to act all cute. This man is a murderer.
I am a risk taker.
Today, on this fantastic time of year, we're going to be reading The Last Hearth-Swarming Letter by Monochromatic. If you don't know who Monochromatic is, we just read a story of theirs not too long ago with Murder She Designed.
Whoa! Great fic.
You guys can go check out that fic and that episode over there. It's like 2 episodes ago. But other than that, I don't think we've read a story from them. Not on the podcast, at least. There was a cut one that we had to cut for technical reasons.
I think we mentioned that on the episode with Murder She Designed.
Perhaps. Who's to say? So, excitingly enough, we get to read a longer story from them.
I think Monochromatic is kind of one of the best dialogue writers, if I could really give them that. From everything that I remember. I barely remember the first fic we read from them, but that's something that I remember taking away. And Murder She Designed is definitely has some hilarious dialogue in that one.
From what I can recall, yeah, absolutely.
Plus, they're good at like keeping the tone, like easing into like making it more serious or less serious. Really good at that.
Yeah, they are. So I'm excited to see what comes out of this. With The Last Hearth Swarming Letter by Monochromatic. Chapter: A Call for Help. That's scary. What are they calling for help for?
Ooh.
'Twas the morning before hearth swarming, when all through the town ponies ran out, doing shopping they'd forgotten about. The chatter filled the air, and the laughing did as well, of mares and stallions, colts and fillies, preparing their day for a wonderful eve.
I was kind of hoping that was going to be going into more of a rhyme. A little disappointed.
Yeah, I agree. A beautiful town this was, but we don't care about this town. Well, not yet, at least. Our holiday story starts somewhere decidedly less pleasant. It starts in a snowstorm with a poor little mail mare desperately trying to get to her destination through the storm, the wind, the hail, and a nose pink from the cold. Her hooves feel heavy with every step, and her bag heavier still. Empty things usually do. Fighting a losing battle against the weather, Ditsy Do. I don't know if I've told you. I've definitely told you this before. I don't know if you remember. Ditsy Do is another name for Derpy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was her name in the one where she's dying of cancer.
Oh, cool.
I remember at least her kid was Dinky Doo.
Yeah.
Wait, Daring Doo.
Dinky's got a pretty consistent name.
Oh, so wait, is she actually related to Daring in this one? Please,
Possibly.
please tell me
They have a
yes.
bit different spellings for the last name, but
I really want them to be related. I want a fic where they're related.
it would not be the first fic that I've seen where they're related.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like the Sisters Do or something.
I have done thy sister.
She thinks of her bed, snug with blankets, of her kitchen, filled with the scent of hot cocoa and marshmallows, of her chair, warm by the chimney fire. She wishes she could go home, but she can't.
Ominous.
The mail needs to be delivered through fair or bad weather, for within these envelopes rests the light of knowledge, free communication, and the exchange of ideas. Free communication? Are you sure? I think it's pretty expensive to mail a letter.
Mm, maybe in our world, but would it actually be expensive in the pony world?
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Free communication and the exchange of ideas. Without it, society would collapse, crumble into dust, until from the ashes arose a mail mare, bringing with her the whisper of a message, a promise to all. There is hope yet. Or that's what the inspirational board at the office said, at least. But there was something else. The letter Ditsy has left is not just any letter. It is perhaps the most important letter of the day. And it is extremely urgent. How does she know that? Simple. It says so.
Extremely urgent.
Reads Ditsy aloud, squinting at the wet envelope held in her hooves. The message:
Oh.
extremely urgent, please help. Extremely spelt very interestingly. KSTRIMLI written on it in a messy, desperate scrawl. On top of that, above the message, the name and address of Daring Do, adventurer extraordinaire, is written in the interesting calligraphy. The snowstorm continues to dance around the mare as she tries to make her way through it. How rude of it! How unpleasant and impolite! But then again, the weather is only doing what the weather is supposed to do. How can Ditzy berate it for doing its job? I mean, you've got a job to do as well, and it's kind of interfering with your job.
Yeah,
I say fuck the weather.
honestly, the blizzard's a bit problematic. Cancel the blizzard.
Agreed. Her wings twitch at her sides as her hooves freeze in the snow, and she decides that she ought to give flying a try. If she flies in a straight line, perhaps using all her will and might, it may turn out she'll leave the storm behind. Taking a breath and adjusting her hat, she flies up into the air, frowning at the hail that seems to push her down. She flaps her wings 3 or 4 times, shaking the snow far, far away, and then does as she planned. Unfortunately. Unfortunately for her, but wonderfully for our story, she is Ditzy Do, and she is, well, Ditzy. What a bang, what a noise, what a yelp when our poor male mare's attempt to fly her way out of the storm brings her to a very intimate and rather painful encounter with a pesky signpost hidden by the storm. Such is the impact that it throws her back down to the ground where the snow gives her quite the cold reception. Her feathers get wet, her bag too, and, to make matters worse, something else goes amiss. The letter, you see, is lost from her grip.
Wait!
She calls out, watching the wind carry it away in its mists.
Please come back!
Though her rump now has a bump, she gets up to her hooves, and so begins the chase. She runs and runs and runs behind this letter. She has to. Not only it is important and asks for help, it is also the very last letter of the day. But alas, it's all to no avail. Her step slows, her sadness grows, and with the wind her hopes blow.
Man, turns out they are going for a little bit more of a rhyme scheme later on in the story.
An occasion.
I like it. It fits the jolly vibe.
Mm-hmm. So jolly. The letter is gone, and with it the desperate message of help.
Oh no, 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 no!
She mutters, her wings flapping at her sides.
What am I going to do? What am I going to Ditzy do?
She frets and frets for a minute or two, but no longer than that. Ditzy Do, you see, is many things, it's true, but a quitter she is not. And if some pony somewhere needs help, she is not one to turn away. With fire in her heart, she grabs her hat, her bag, and her hope, and puts them all on, ready to brave the weather all the way a lonely weathered house in a place not many dare tread. Standing before the wooden, scratched door, Ditzy Do gathers her bearings, adjusts her hat, and prepares her speech.
Hello!
She says to the doorknob, which cannot say hello, but doubtless would if it could.
I'm Ditzy Do, the local mail pony. I'm very sorry I lost your letter, but I will help you get it back.
Yes, good. What a grand speech, don't you think? Right?
Yeah, it's a pretty good speech. Although if I lost my letter due to her. I'm reporting her to the mail office.
Fuck you.
I have no tolerance for faulty mail ponies, okay?
They're only human. Well, pony. Encouraged and ready, she raises her hoof and knocks politely, 2 times in quick succession, and a 3rd time for good measure. She hears sounds on the other side, ruffling and the like, and a few curses as well. She keeps her smile on, though, even when the door creaks open and a frumpy-looking mare peeks out, glaring at poor Ditzy from behind her crooked lenses. This, as I'm sure you already know, is A.K. Yearling, and she is more than annoyed.
Ooh. A.K. Yearling. Wait a minute. That's just a pen name.
Yep. Yes, she asks without really asking. It is more than just clear that the holiday spirit is not with her this year. There they stand, mailmare and author, looking at each other through the snowy threshold. The seconds whisper by, and Ditzy smiles as she tries to remember her speech. It's working, too, but she was not counting on Yearling to speak again. Aggravation lacing her tone. Yes, she asks again, and Ditzy panics, as you do when a recluse author doesn't hide the fact that she's annoyed.
I'm sorry.
Blurts out our heroine, her wings spreading out into the air.
It was a mistake.
The grumpy author blinks at her, startled by such a statement. What?
Your letter.
Ditzy elaborates with a start.
I didn't mean to lose it.
You lost my mail? Yearling clarifies, and when poor Ditzy offers a bashful nod, Yearling does not repress a weary sigh. It's fine, she says shortly, interrupting Ditzy when she tries to explain. It was probably my editor, fan mail. She offers a smile as cold as the snow as she closes the door. That's like 3 asses in very quick succession.
Jesus, yeah.
Have a good evening,
Wait!
Ditzy interrupts, her hoof holding the door open.
It was an extremely urgent letter for Daring Do.
Yearling blinks at her, and even the wind seems to hold back, until she finally says with a quiet voice, You mean mail for the fictional character, Daring Do? Ditzy isn't too sure what to say. It's such a strange thing to hear, after all. Daring Do, a fictional character? Why, it's as strange as if she said the same thing herself.
No,
She clarifies.
it's for Daring Do, who is you.
Sick rhymes, Ditzy.
This is just rhyming all over the place.
Yearling looks more than surprised. What? No, I'm not, she protests, her narrowed eyes an even bigger sight behind the glasses she pushes up her nose.
Yes, you are.
Ditzy replies, for that is that and not much more.
I delivered mail to you at your secret hideout near Heart's Haven last month for Daring Do and A.K. Yearling.
Yeah, great job, Yearling. Dumb motherfucker. As I said, that is that and not much more. And to something so resoundingly true, there is really only one thing you could say. Ah, fiddlesticks.
Please, Miss Stew.
Ditzy continues, for her mission is important.
It said it was extremely important and asked for your help.
A terrible silence follows the statement, and the more time passes, the more Ditzy's hope begins to fade. Daring, much like the male mare earlier had, frets and frets for a second or two, but no longer than that. Daring Do, you see, is many things, it's true, but a quitter. A quitter she is not, and if some pony somewhere needs her help, she is not one to turn away. No, she is one to run to help. All right, she says and steps to the side. The door and her heart open to Ditzy. Come in. Now, Ditzy Doo tries to be polite at all times, good or bad, sad or happy. One should always wear a smile as bright as the sun whenever possible. She tries to remember that when she steps into Daring's house and takes a look inside. Papers strewn about, posters all around, clothes on the floor, and notebooks in the laundry rack. The entire place looks turned upside down, as expected from some pony who's both an author and an adventurer, but mostly an author. It's coming from a place, I'm sure. What surprises Ditzy most of all, I'll have you know, was Daring Do herself. As quickly as she'd ushered the mare in, so did she drop her disguise from the recluse author to adventurer extraordinaire. She speaks very fast, too, her mind not giving poor Ditzy time to catch up. She catches wisps of sentences here and there, including the two that mattered the most. Daring Do routinely got fan mail, but she also got mail from allies in danger, asking for her to come for their daring rescue. Who could it be? So many possibilities. Was it Lord Rattlesnake, trapped again in pyramids that were either real or fake? Was it Lady Riverbend, running away from the deadly Skull Gang as she called for a friend? The more names Daring rattled off, the more poor Ditzy wishes the letter hadn't blown so far off.
I want to help,
She exclaims. I work alone, Daring disclaims. Ditzy sees no problem with this.
We'll work alone together.
What a bold remark. So bold, in fact, that Daring finds little way to protest. How can she say no to such a heartfelt claim, such a burning desire, ready to burn away the snowstorm and its ire? I did mention before that Daring was no quitter, did I not? Sadly, this still applies. I work alone, she repeats, finding herself in a strange déjà vu. Lessons aren't so quickly learned, it seems, but just as Daring Do is no quitter, neither is Ditzy Do.
Oh, please, let me help.
She insists.
I need to deliver the mail.
What a vexing scenario for an intrepid mare. She wonders inside what is it with strangers barging into her life like a landslide. All right, she decides, grabbing her hat and putting it on. We need to track down who sent the letter and go from there. Off they went, Daring and Ditzy Do, out of the house, the jungle, the forest, all the way up to the big post office by the florist. Daring peers inside, looking and looking and looking for a plan that makes sense. A big, burly, grumpy pony mans the counter, clearly not the toughest foe to encounter. Sure, that's
that-
a rhyme.
Was that intentional? That had to have been
Yeah.
intentional, right?
Yeah, almost certainly.
Nice.
We need to access the archives, Daring says, turning to her companion. You could do that, can't you? Ditzy's reply is pointed.
Well, Miss Stew,
Ditzy says with a cough.
I'm just a mail pony. I don't have access to the archives. But I'm hoping to get promoted soon. I was hoping to get promoted last month, but I got confused and delivered something bad to a place it shouldn't be. So Mr. Sharpletter said I should wait a bit more.
Daring Do's reply is pointed as well. Well, okay, change of plan. She looks around and narrows her eyes. We need to infiltrate the mail office and get the address from the archives.
Why not ask Mr. Sharp?
Ditzy asks, and she rushes towards the door.
Or I can ask. I'll go ask.
Well, that didn't work, Daring says when poor Ditzy ambles back. Clearly telling him the letter was lost was not the best of ideas. She thinks, while Daring makes an entirely new plan. There's a chimney, she notes, and if she's learned something as an explorer, it's that chimneys are meant to be climbed down.
Oh boy.
It's true, by the way.
Man, I want to see. Like we had the Sunset Shimmer tried to kill Santa Claus fic. I want to see that, but with Daring instead of Sunset.
Okay, so you just want the exact same thing, except it's Daring?
Literally the same. Just change the names. Don't explain why she's in Sunset's house and whatnot. Why Pinky is housing her, and why she's normally at a homeless shelter.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we need to distract the stallion, she thinks aloud.
I know.
Ditzy exclaims.
Mr. Sharpletter is a big fan of your books, Miss Stew. You can go talk to him as Miss Yearling, and I'll go through the chimney and get the address.
Daring blinks at our heroine, her eyes lit up like Christmas lights. That's a great idea, she exclaims, which were things Ditzy tended to have more often than not. A perk of having a big heart, you see. Our two mares take their path, one donning a disguise and the other making like good old Santa cloves.
What?
Huh.
What?
Santa cloves. I'm guessing that horses can eat cloves or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
One donning a disguise and the other making like good old Santa cloves. Ditzy flies up, up, up to the top of the building, ready to make good on her mission. It wasn't that she condoned breaking and entering, mind you, but certain situations warranted such illicit infiltration. She crawled down the chimney, the soot and ash painting her uniform, until she landed with an oof at the bottom of the room. She thought belatedly that she ought to have checked if the chimney fire was there, but all's well that ends well. Dusty and determined, she makes her way to the files and rifles them around, looking and looking and looking for the things she needs. It takes her a minute and a terrible fright when an assistant walks in and she has to hide in a box, but she finally finds
my
the
God,
hearth
she's
warming
freaking,
miracle she needed.
She's a solid snake.
Or me.
Aw.
Remember earlier with the box?
Oh, that makes sense. I thought you meant that you have to hide in boxes often. And I felt
No, I
bad
don't.
for you. But you get to hide in a box and then try and strangle me as a ghost.
Yep.
Like, that was impressive.
Takes a lot of willpower to do something like that. A slip of paper with today's address, including 1 cent to Daring Do. She wants to rejoice and does a little dance, but her dancing abruptly ends when she takes a good look at her new destination. 17 Windy Lane in Sunswept Village.
Sunswept Village?
She asks herself, confused and befuddled and confounded and many other words that sounded like baffled. Sunswept Village, she remembers, is not a dangerous place. In fact, of all the places to call dangerous, the idea of Sunswept being dangerous was so silly, so ridiculous, you wouldn't even think of it as you made your list. She takes the note, still amazed, and completely forgets she was supposed to leave back through the chimney. She pushes on the double doors and pulls them apart, giving poor Daring quite the start. Not that Mr. Sharpletter even notices at all.
And then...
he says, continuing to read from a massive notebook filled to the brim.
The adventurer Sharpened Letter heroically rescues Daring Do from the clutches of Caballeron. And then she realizes that she's never had some pony like him before. Not really. And as he carries her out, she decides to make him her new partner.
Oh, what a pained smile poor Daring gives. So many
Oh my god,
things
wait,
she has
so
faced.
this is fanficception.
You're right.
Oh god. Oh god.
A fanfic within a fanfic. What'll they think of next?
Probably a fanfic within a fanfic within a fanfic.
Genius.
I hope he does that. That would be really funny if he does that now.
Oh, what a pained smile poor Daring gives. So many things she has faced, both good and bad. But oh dear, oh my, of all the ponies she'd expected to meet, a fanfiction author was certainly not whom she'd wanted to greet. Wow. Rude.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of understandable. Imagine if, say, Harry Styles overheard a girl making fan fiction where she and him were now partners. Do you think he'd want to talk to that girl afterward? Probably not.
Probably not, yeah.
Maybe like at a fan meet and greet, but not in this context.
Not that they were bad, mind you, for she too had gotten her start with that art. But boy, oh boy, how they talk and talk and talk.
So, what do you think of that for the next book?
He asks with a grin.
Miss Yearling, Miss Yearling,
Ditzy exclaims.
we can go now.
Great, Daring exclaims, and at her fan's reaction, amends her reply. I mean, that was a very nice story, Mr. Sharp, but I can't use that due to legal issues. She's already walking towards the door, smiling broadly and waving as much. Thank you for reading,
But I don't mind about copyright.
he pleads. I'm sure you don't.
God. Poor author.
Yeah. Poor Mr. Sharpletter. To their great fortune, Sunswept Village was not too far. A brisk flight, and there they were. Are you sure this is the right place? The village bustled with life and joy, with laughter and warmth, and certainly not with the perils one expects alongside a letter asking for help. Certainly not the ones Daring had ever faced.
Yes.
Ditzy insists, peering down at her paper. This is the place, it is. This she insists as they walk, and this she insists when their trek leads them to an even quainter house, 17 Windy Lane. Holiday decorations hang from the rooftop, candles light the windowsill, and 4 snow ponies, 2 adults and 2 foals, greet them with coley smiles. One of the bigger ones, Daring notices, has white plastic wings. Are you sure this is the right place? Daring asks again, and again Ditzy nods her head. With great concern, as you should be concerned when all seems to be too well, Daring walks to the door and knocks 3 times in quick succession, and a 4th for good measure. She presses her ear to the door, narrowing her eyes, and finds that all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Now that, she decided, was worrying enough. She walked back to Ditzy Doo. Wait a minute. Why is it now in, past tense?
No. I don't know.
She walked back to Ditzy Doo, and a plan was made between the two. We'll go down this chimney, says Daring atop the roof, watching as Ditzy peers in.
Boy, You really like going down chimneys,
exclaims the male mare as she wiggles her way down.
don't you?
Ho, 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 says Daring Do next as she jumps in after Ditzy. I'm imagining a cannonball.
Oh, God.
They land with a thud at the end of the tunnel, and poor Ditzy's rump now has one too many bumps. They dust themselves off, gather their hats and their bearings, and step into a quiet tableau. A quaint little house, 3 stockings hanging by the chimney, in hopes that Sandy Cloves soon would be there. A music box on a table plays gentle music, and the smell of holiday food wafts in from the kitchen. All seems well, all seems at peace, and to that Ditzy can only say one simple thing.
Huh?
She scratches her head and tries to understand. This house, this place, this cheer abound. Why, she wonders, why would any pony here ever need urgent help? Daring, on her side, feels quite the same way. Help? Help who? Help what? Help when? This makes the least bit of sense. She walks towards the chimney again, her eyes reading the names of 3 stockings. Caramel Jam, says the first, and then 2 little stockings with similar names. Vanilla Drops and Cinnamon Jam.
These aren't real characters, are they?
No.
Okay, I remember there's a, like, Caramel something was another pony.
Yeah, there's a pony named Caramel.
Okay, it's just Caramel.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Caramel is the trans background character.
Yo? Canonically?
They started out as a male pony, and then over the course of the show, I think they showed back up with at least a similar design as a female pony.
Let's go. Is there like any fan fictions about Caramel though? Because that would be really good for Pride Month. If we could
I
do a
have no
trans
idea.
Caramel fic.
Above the stockings, there is so much more to see, including a photograph of a family of more than 3. A stallion, a mare, a filly, and a colt, smiling and waving to whoever might see. A family of 4 are sharing a laugh, she notes. So why, then, do the stockings not match the photograph? Before she can think much more, the lights around her turn aglow, and when she turns around to see, she finds a brother and sister next to the tree.
Yo, this is getting into the real rhymes.
Their eyes shine like the stars above, the young colt clutching his sister's leg, and with great big smiles they cheer.
Just be both of us.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2.
She's here. She's here.
Sound like the Bluey voice. Oh my god, now this makes me think of Bluey and Bingo just finding this.
Oh my gosh.
Wrong show. We gotta get out of here, Daring.
Let's get out of here. To Daring they run, giggles and gasps all around as they celebrate the fact that she came, as he promised she would. He? Daring asks, startled by the 2 foals crowding her legs. Did you send me the letter asking for help?
Yes, it was us,
Says the filly, and she calls herself Cinnamon Jam.
Can you please help our mom? Your mom?
Ditzy asks, not wanting to be left behind. What's wrong with your mom? Daring asks next. The filly explains with great joy that once upon a time, before bed every night, their dad would tell them of her grand adventures through the land, through the pyramids and the jungle, through the desert and the river. Daring Do was the greatest explorer of them all, said the filly. she finished.
He told us that whenever something's wrong, Daring Do will always come to help us. Well, he didn't say us. I kind of added that part. Kind of assumed. I thought he was talking about reality. I'm not sure at this moment anymore.
We sent you a letter, the little brother continues, 'cause Mama is sad.
Oh my god. Is she just like going to be clinically depressed? That's gonna,
No.
oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm an adventurer. I don't know how to help with this.
Can't do much with this. Okay.
But then Ditzy steps up, puts on a clown outfit. The mom is instantly broken out of depression.
That's how it works. For the first time that night, Daring Do feels no solution is in sight. A mother being sad is certainly quite bad. Yes, but it was not something Daring usually helped with. She fought thieves and miscreants, explored tombs and ruins. She swung from vines and flew through sandstorms. So many things she did, but cheer up a mom? Well...
What, never had a mom of her own to cheer up?
No, never.
Please tell me she's not actually canonically an orphan.
Maybe her mom was just pretty jovial all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Or maybe her mom is dead and she was raised by dad.
That's what I was worried about.
Not exactly an orphan.
Well, it's an or.
Where's your mom?
Ditzy asks.
Shopping!
Cinnamon replies. And your dad? Where is he? Daring asks, and the cheer she'd brought soon fades away as two foals look away. They stammer and stutter,
no.
their eyes lower and lower, and when the littlest one clutches his sister's leg, she speaks up strong and brave.
More baby pony torture.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's not here anymore.
She says quietly. Daring and Ditzy don't say a word after that. There is, after all, not much to say when faced with quite a fact. How sad, is it not? How empty the house feels now. How heavy and bleak, like her heart shot through with a spear. The reason there's only 3 stockings is now more than clear.
Oh, stop rhyming. Stop doing that.
Fuck you.
Oh, God.
Oh. Her heart is heavier as she asks the next question. What's his name? Sugar Drops, says the colt, and Daring's heart is heavier still. She recognizes the name, you see, from letters a dozen, of a stallion who loves her work, an inspiration he'd called her once, and here lay the proof in the shape of 2 foals who sought her out. If only, she thinks, that was something I could rescue them from.
Oof.
But it's okay.
Cinnamon exclaims, and her smile powers through.
You're here now to help.
You can bring him back.
Bring it back, Daring Do It. Daring Do It already.
Before Daring can reply, the door opens wide and in comes a mare with tired blue eyes. She carries her bags, she carries her hat, and she carries her eyes as wet as her coat. It's the snow, she told the pony selling her food. It's just the snow,
I'm home.
she calls out, and what a start when she sees the surprise. 2 mares in her house, right near her foals.
Oh, God.
She pulls out her gun.
Oh, no. Oh, God. She's like, yeah, I knew I'd need this as a single mother.
It's a completely understandable reaction, of course.
Right? Like, she would get away with it. She would be completely in the right in that situation.
Yeah.
She would legally and morally.
I mean, it depends on what state laws we're going with. But I do believe in castle doctrine.
And also, maybe just thinking it a bit before shooting. But still, she wouldn't be... No one would blame her.
Yeah, she's got to protect her kids.
Yeah.
Shoot to kill. Ask questions later.
Mommy, that was daring do. What are you thinking?
Now she's daring dead.
Ooh! Daring did.
Daring was. It's to be expected, it's quite normal, it is, that faced with such a sight, the poor little mare had no choice but to scream.
Who are you?
She gasps, alarmed.
How did you get into my house?
Oh,
Mom,
Mum, it's okay, exclaim the children, running to their frazzled mother. It's daring do. We asked her to come.
And Ditsy do too.
Great job, Ditzy, implicating yourself.
God. She totally would, though. She's ride or die that way.
Yeah. Ditzy exclaims, wanting to be part of the action.
Daring do?
Exclaims Caramel Jam, at a loss for what to do. It's okay, ma'am, Daring says, trying to reassure where she can. I was sent by A.K. Yearling. She, loves the letters your husband sends her. And so she asked if I could drop by as a surprise.
But how did you get in?
Asks the mom. Well, they broke it.
We let her in.
The filly exclaims.
Cinnamon, you shouldn't let strangers into the house.
Caramel scolds, and Ditzy can't help but giggle when Daring shakes her head at the filly in disapproval.
But still...
The mom relents, her fears all gone. She turns to our heroines, and her smile turns sad as tears fill her eyes.
My husband would have loved this, but...
He left for vacation.
Ooh! God, he's not dead at all.
She tries to explain, find the words to say what hurts so much, and it a sad sight to see.
It really is a sad sight.
It really a sad sight.
Really a sad sight.
And if you want a sad sight, you should go down in the description and read this story for yourself.
Oh my god.
Ditzy and Daring share a look of their own, their feelings clear. Ditzy has no idea what's going on. The mystery's been solved, nothing else to show. It's time to put on our hats and go. It's fine, Daring says. We know. She smiles broadly and gestures to the foals. You have wonderful children, and we hope you have a happy hearth-warming eve. She dons her hat and nods to the door. Ready? Ditzy nods her head.
Okay.
She turns to the mother, to the foals and all, and she smiles as best she can.
Nice to meet you.
The foals' eyes grow wide, their smiles all gone. Wait, they seem about to say. Wait, oh please, won't you wait? And yet, to every pony's surprise, it's not the children who call out, but the mare by the door.
Oh, please wait.
Exclaims Caramel Jam, reaching out for the mares. She steps back, afraid and embarrassed, but eventually steps forward, heart held out.
Well, I've never been a big fan of Yearling's books. I kind of thought they were a bit,
Ass and shit.
childish. They kind of seem to go all over the place. Honestly, I'm glad you're here. I have a few critiques if you wouldn't mind listening for a bit.
Quite frankly, the character of Daring Do is kind of a shithead. A piece of shit.
I'm really glad she's not a real person. kind of insufferable.
I imagine that Daring Do has had to, like, experience that actual criticism.
Oh, God. That would be the funniest thing, seeing someone's reaction to their self-insert getting just roasted.
Well, I've never been a big fan of Yearling's books, but my husband adored them, and, well...
She smiles warmly to her children and her unexpected guests.
If you two are able, we would love for you to stay for dinner. Stay for dinner?
Ditzy repeats with a smile. She turns to her friend and taps her hooves excitedly against the floor.
Can we?
Daring looks around to the decorations and the lights, the stockings, and the trees. Multiple trees. The family and her friend.
They're actually really rich. We don't need to feel bad for them at all.
Yay!
They have multiple Christmas trees.
Fuck these guys. Eat the rich.
That's what they said about the dad, and then they did it. That's how he died.
Oh, God. 'Twas the night before hearth swarming, and all through the house, all ponies wait for a mare to announce.
Oh my God. I just freaking loved all the random rhyming throughout this.
I think it would be better if it was more consistent. We need it everywhere.
Yeah, it could be a bit more, but it's just the first time we've ever really gotten something like this, and I'm feeling very elated.
Yes, we can, she says, taking off her hat and offering her heart.
Wait, what?
Those noises were her ripping her heart out of her chest.
Oh, God.
Kalima. Kalima.
Which, oh yeah, it works because Daring Do is Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
But only if we get to help with making dinner. And they burn the house down.
No.
Wouldn't that be awkward?
Daring didn't actually know how to cook at all. Should not have trusted her.
Yep. I mean, she's a lonely author who lives in the woods. I imagine that she has to know something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. She probably has a lot of things that she cooks on the go on her missions and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's where it all goes wrong, though. She starts a campfire in the kitchen because that's the only way she knows to cook.
Yep. So the hours passed one by one, with Daring and Ditzy helping along. The foals play with Ditzy all manner of games, while Daring and Carmel cook on the flames. Carmel speaks and speaks of her husband of late. Her eyes filled with tears, but her heart filled with cheer. Not much later they sit down to dinner, 6, not 5, plates on the table.
He's watching over us.
Carmel says to all. Daring, of course, is not a religious person, and in fact, she's very annoying about it. Actually, neither ghosts nor heaven exists.
Ooh, and that's actually really offensive to Jen right now.
Yeah, fuck Daring. Ditzy speaks next.
Don't forget to leave him leftovers.
Ditzy, he's dead.
Oh, he is the leftovers.
Jesus. They eat and eat, laughing and talking, and to herself Daring thinks this was quite shocking. Years before, over and over, she's had hearth-warming dinner quite alone. On adventures she was, or reading a book, but never before had she had to cook. How strange, how odd, these events she did not foresee. But now that she's here, well, this was a grand adventure indeed.
Happy hearth-warming, Daring.
Ditzy says to her, her smile quite grand. Daring smiles back. Happy heartswarming, Disney. Disney.
Wait a minute.
Heartswarming.
Yeah, I just realized I said hearthwarming, but it says heartswarming on both of them.
That's so weird. And I know that it said heartswarming earlier.
I guess this is just, they got sandy cloves and on heartswarming.
All right. Fine then. Happy heartswarming, Ditzy. And a happy new year.
Daring, New Year's was 4 months ago.
Fuck. I love that little bit. Author's note. For 6s and 7s, who made me realize that writing something other than Raritwi is not only possible, but fun. And for Nick, who, much like the father, is gone from this land, but still lives within the hearts he touched. Aw.
Go, Nick.
Hell yeah. The end. That was The Last Hearthswarming Letter by Monochromatic. Well, Wizzy, what did we think of it?
This was just, really like this one. The first one that we've really gotten to have a sort of holiday rhyme scheme, which is something I've been looking for past few Christmases that we've been recording the podcast.
Yeah.
It was like, it's kind of sparse and could be, at least have a couple lines for each rhyme that you're doing it with, That would have been a little bit better.
Wait a minute, Wizzy, follow. Follow Monochromatic.
Okay. Let's see. I only follow one person at the moment, but I guess I could follow someone else. Oh my god. I get to be the 4,000th follower.
Woo! Congratulations. Hell
Let's go,
yeah.
4,000 followers for Monochromatics holiday.
Merry Christmas, Monochromatic. So anyways.
Yeah. I thought it was like, at first, it was kind of feeling a little bit not holiday-ish. They had the blizzard, that was nice, but then a lot of it just seemed like a big mystery, and I kind of forgot it was even a hearthswarming fic for the good portion. And then they go into the freaking house with the kids. They break in. Broke into someone's house.
Mm-hmm.
God.
After they broke into an official government building.
Yep. And illegally looked at someone's mail.
Yep.
But it was all in the name of hearthswarming. And that's where it really is like, laws be damned, morality be damned. They're giving these two kids a good hearthswarming.
Now, wait a minute. Was it in the name of hearthswarming or heartswarming?
Oh, I think it's in the name of heartswarming. Like heartworms.
Right. So, Daring Do is gonna have a bad couple of months. And then she's gonna die. Because that's what heartworms are in the land of Equestria.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, this is a very cute fic. Very sweet and nice. A good adventure fic, which is something that we've rarely ever read about. We've had a few
That's
other
true.
adventure fics, all involving daring, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember any other adventure fics.
Does Great Big Sky count?
Oh yeah, I guess that might count. It's, while they don't go on an adventure technically, there is definitely adventure involved. And maybe the green?
Always with the Apple family or Daring Do.
Yep. And sometimes with both. Rest in peace, Braver.
And of course we did like Celestia Code and Sunlight Sliders, but
Oh, fuck,
That's
that's right.
that's multi-chapter fix. Those are in a different category.
Sure, but I would still count them.
That's fair.
Technically speaking, the Celestia Code is all about adventure.
Yeah. But it basically has Daring... It does have Daring Do mentioned. Not actually characterized, but
Yeah.
hated on.
And there was a whole
Roasted.
thing in it. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think that this one was a good one to read for the holiday.
Yeah. I was expecting it when it was talking about like Daring and Ditzy are following the letter. She found it in the mail room. They're going to go to this house and going to figure out who needed help. I thought it was going to go into the direction of, okay, she found the letter that was addressed to Daring Do in the office, not realizing this is just one of her random fan mail letters, and they go into some fan's house who is like,
Oh, yeah, I sent a letter. It wasn't urgent.
But the letter did say that it was urgent.
well, I mean, it's like she finds a letter in the office that wasn't the correct letter. It didn't say urgent. They didn't actually say that when she found the letter again, it said urgent.
Oh, maybe.
I thought it could have gone in that direction. It would have been interesting. And then it's like, oh my God, no, my friend still needs help. And then it turns out someone was buried alive and only had hours to live.
Oh my god. So they mailed a letter?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was confused about in the beginning of this, was like, okay, I don't think whoever sent this is actually in desperate need of help. Otherwise, they wouldn't have mailed a letter.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked the characterizations of the characters. I thought they were fairly accurate.
Nice. Is Daring really that much of like a grumpy recluse?
Yeah, a little bit. She deals with a
Huh.
lot.
It makes sense.
Look, she
This
has
is what
to
turned
deal
J.K.
with...
Rowling to transphobia. I'm sorry.
God damn it. She has to deal with, like, world-ending shit. So, I think it's fair to say that
Oh.
I think it's fair of her to be a little bit grumpy.
I didn't realize that she was actually saving the world, like Twilight or something.
Yeah, she has to do that. Poor her.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess she could be a bit more nice. Good fic. I'm not sure I have much else to say about it.
Yeah, this was a real nice hearth-swarming fic to read. Happy hearth-swarming, everyone.
Yeah, happy hearth swarming. Now I've got a stain to lick up and a Wizzy to murder.
No, you said.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
This just goes on for 1.5 minutes.
Ow. Ow. Goodbye, everybody. Ow. 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 Ow.
See ya.
Ow. Ow. My fucking headphones are dying. Now I'm gonna have to figure this out.
All right, guys. While Jen's away, I'm just going to clear the air. I am not a cold-blooded killer. I'm not. There was good reason and context behind what happened, and if you weren't there, you can't keep saying that I did something bad. Okay? Like, if you weren't there, anything could have happened. It could have been like, oh, she's attacking me, but I can't fight back, so I have to tie the chains around her and throw her in the bottom of a lake. It could have been. You don't know. You weren't there. Stop judging me.